Just getting ready to leave Milwaukee and head to Dallas.
How's the weather in Milwaukee? Not as bad as here.
Just turned around a little bit. It's like 50s right now.
That's what I was just telling them. I was just telling Dave that I'm out here in Chicago and it's been the same thing. And finally, it looks like we're finally in that turnaround to where looks 50s all week and maybe a 60 at the end of the week. So we're hoping.
Yeah, that's exactly what Milwaukee's like.
Now, I was just watching, I just finished the countdown special, Anthony, about a half hour ago, and I thought something really cool at the end was when you surprised your mom with the house and the new car, and a lot of people still really don't fully know the story, with your dad passing away when you were younger and everything your mom did for you. So how gratifying was that to do all that for your mom, considering everything she did for you growing up?
It was amazing. Not only what she did for me, just to be able to take care of my mom and giving her a house, a car, and just telling her thank you for just a little bit of thank you for what she's done for me. Just felt really good.
Where would you be in your mind without your mother?
Probably in jail or dead, man.
Was it that bad growing up? Where because I came from that same background.
I was just put in a really bad situation at a young age. My dad was killed in a house robbery. My family was his brother was killed in a house robbery as well. So all of my cousins turned to gangs. So it was just right around me. I had a very big choice to make at a young age.
Now, more positive stuff, looking at your last fight against Gil. I remember we were talking right about the week before the fight, and you were very motivated. You felt you needed to prove a lot of people wrong, just considering you had been gone for so long. And how gratifying was that to get the second round submission, considering what about that 16-month time period was like for you?
It felt good to finish him, but I was shooting for that first round, so I was a little disappointed that I didn't get it done in round one. But it was a year off, so that's what I attribute that to. I just had a little bit of ring rust. I'm feeling 3-month turnaround, quick turnaround, next fight right away. So I'm ready to go.
How long did it take you to get that cage rust out? Because it seemed like pretty quickly. Gil had a pretty good first round, but you still controlled the round, and I thought your striking was spot on. I thought throughout the whole fight.
Yeah, I wouldn't say ring rust. I guess it's just this, you coming in as a champ, you're defending your belt, you haven't fought in a year. It's just you can't really say ring rust because a fight's a fight. If I have to fight right now, I better be ready to fight. In the street. So I guess it's just that you got to get used to all that pressure, everybody watching, pay-per-view, all that kind of stuff.
How did it feel to quiet the critics?
Oh, that was the best. I really didn't quiet them. I silenced them for a minute because they got right back to talking about the next guy, and I think that's the story of this fight game, man. Really looking for the next guy to be the greatest, and my job to stay on top as long as I can.
Now, Rafael fought a week later out in Phoenix in a very dominant performance over Nate Diaz. What'd you make of Rafael showing a week later?
He looked good, man. I can't really don't touch that. Don't touch what I said. He looked good, and I think he fought Nate Diaz. So he can't say that directly is my style. Nate Diaz is a totally different striker than I am. Totally different skill asset than I have. So to dominate a guy like Nate, good job. But coming in there fighting me is a totally different story.
Now, a lot of people were shocked by such a quick turnaround. You guys just fought 3 months ago. Was that something you were wanting? Did you want a little time off for the holidays, or was this a perfect time to come back and fight?
Perfect time to come back, man. I don't have no holidays this year. This year is all business. I had a year off. I had a year to get my mind racing on fighting. When you're sitting on the sidelines for a year, all you think about is fighting. And this year I'm healthy. Again, another successful training camp, feeling great, and hopefully I just keep doing these and knocking them out, man. I'm taking this. I want to take the top 5 and just show the world who's really the number one.
Now, is this the healthiest you've been in a long time? Because I remember when we talked in December, you were feeling pretty good, and you weren't too sure. You wanted to come out of this fight. You came out of the fight early. You came back 100%. Is this the healthiest you've been in a long time?
Yeah. Not only body wise, as mentally, man. I just think I'm in a good spot. My life outside of the octagon, my daughter, my household, everything's just where it's supposed to be at. Is the mental more important than the physical part? I think they're both equal. Nah, I mean the mental is very important, but physically you got to be physically prepared to fight. You can be the most confident person in the world, and if you don't have the skill set to do it, you just can't do it. So I think that they're very very similar.
Now I talked to Rafael last week, and he made an interesting statement, and I want to get your rebuttal because a lot of people, you know how people are online and in the forums and Twitter, Facebook, etc. And a lot of people were like, "Oh my God, Anthony's made it to the fight." And Rafael brought that up, and he was shocked. He said, "I'm shocked that he's here. I'm shocked the fight is happening." What do you say to everyone that's like, "Oh, he's going to get hurt and he's injury prone"? What do you say to everybody like that, considering now you're fighting 3 months later?
I don't say anything, man. I don't feed into that stuff. Injuries happen. They're part of the sport. If you look at my career, my WC career, I fought 5 times in 1 year. I fought 3 times the next year. I had a knee injury that made me fight only once. And, then I had the knee surgery that only allowed me to fight once. So that's my last 2 years, a knee injury has been the issue. So I got it fixed now, and I'm 3 months turnaround. The fights are going to speak for themselves.
Now, Duke said in the countdown video that you want to fight 3 times in 2015. Is that true, or do you want to fight less, or do you want to fight more?
Well, I want to fight 4 times from December to December. I fought December 6th in my last fight, so I'm on the track to fight 4 times.
You get those Wheaties boxes yet?
Yeah, for sure, man. That comes in my house.
Now, when we talked, you said you wanted to go to the store and you wanted to buy every box possible. Did you buy every box, or did you leave some for the fans?
You know what? Wheaties just sent me like a ton of boxes, so I can't even buy any boxes. I did see them in the store, though. I bought a couple on my own, but Wheaties sent me so many of them. I didn't need to buy any.
How great a find was that for you? And when we had talked earlier in the year, last year, you were so proud of that accomplishment. And how has the reaction been since the boxes came out?
It's been actually really good, man. I think Milwaukee, definitely supports. I signed probably 1 million Wheaties boxes now, it's been good, man. I think it's good for the sport. It's good for everybody involved. I had to get that win to make it legit. If I'd have lost and did on the Wheaties box, it wouldn't look too good. But I'm sitting in a good spot right now, man. I got my title defend next week. The Wheaties box came out. A lot to look forward to, man. A big year.
How important is it to be headlining this show? Because the last show, your first title defense, you were in the co-headlining spot. Now you're in the main event. How does that feel to finally be in that spot? My goal is to be the one of the pay-per-view kings in the UFC. I mean, there's not too many of them right now. I mean, there was some in the past, but I want to be that next big draw. I want the people to know when Anthony Pettis is fighting, it's worth the pay-per-view price. So that's what I'm going to go out there and do, man. I'm headlining this one. It's my show to close out, and whatever happens in my fight and whatever my performance does, that's what the fans lead with. So I take that to heart. How important is it for you to be the biggest star in the UFC?
It's not the biggest thing for me, but I want to be. I mean, my goal was to be the number one fighter in the world. My goal is to be the number 1 fighter in the world. Now, my goal is to be the number 1 draw in the world, and that's just something I always set goals for myself, and that's it seems the next logical thing. I mean, now I'm the champ. Now let's make the numbers happen. Let's make sure the people know who I am. Let's make this legacy last. So without the reputation, the legacies don't last. You could be the greatest fighter in the world, and you don't have the people watching. You never know.
Now, Sergio, your brother Sergio fought on the last show that you fought on, and now he's fighting on the same show again. And how great is that? The fact that you'll have that support system around you during fight. We can keep you guys both grounded and ease each other's tensions the week of the fight.
Yeah, no, it's cool because I get to feed off of his drive. He feeds off of my drive. When he's tired, I'm not tired. We just go back and forth. So it works out well because not only is he my brother, he lives with me. We're on the same diet. We're on the same training schedule. It feels good to do it with somebody. And I feel like he gets to see how this world champ does it, man. He gets to see how the best in the world prepares for fight. And if he's doing the same thing, it's achievable.
Now, there's a report out there, and I want to ask you this, regarding CM Punk, that he will be in your corner in Dallas. Is that accurate?
He'll be walking out with me.
He'll be walking out with you, okay.
In my fight. Yes, he won't be cornering me. I mean, he might have out of my corner, but he will be walking out. He'll be in the locker room. He'll be part of the whole process.
How has that experience been? There was a lot of hoopla when he chose to come to Milwaukee to train with you guys, and we've seen Duke put up some pictures with him last week in his first live MMA scrimmage, as Duke called it on Instagram. How has he grown in the first 2 months that he's been with you guys?
His attitude is is what I love the best, man. He's a superstar in his own right. He could have came over and trying to be a superstar prima donna and I want private lessons, or I want this and this and this. He just came straight to the pro practice and said, "This is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to train with you guys. I'm not going to make it a job. I'm not just going to show up for 90 minutes and do my training session. I'm going to come in here and make this a lifestyle." And that's what he's doing, man. He's just embracing the lifestyle. And we're not rushing it. There's no rush for this guy. And when he's ready, he's ready. There's no reason to rush it and put him in danger.
Has his attitude surprised you?
Yes, for sure.
Why is that?
I just didn't know what to expect. You see him on TV. I met him a couple of times. You really don't know what to expect from anybody. And then, the team in the gym. If you come to our practice room, you have 2 real champs on the floor. You see CM Punk. You have some Olympic level wrestlers. And everybody just is training together. Everybody blends in. There's no superstar. There's no one person that gets more attention. It's just a team full of guys that want to all get better.
2 more questions, Anthony. Thank you so much for the time today. And in your mind, Anthony, what will be the key to the fight?
My mind, always the key to the fight is to impose my will, man. I don't get caught up in what they're going to do. And he's talking about I get tired and he hits hard, and I don't really care. Even before the fight, it's just weird. I think every fighter goes through this. We kind of give our opponent these special powers that they don't have. We think they hit hard. We think they're so strong. And then when I get in the cage with them, I feel this way. When I get in the octagon with them, I'm like, it's not that bad. They're human just like I am, and it's pretty easy out there.
Now, when you envision the fight in your head, in the fight's going on, how do you envision the fight playing out?
And it happens different every time, I always see my hand getting raised, but it happens different every time. It could be a knockout. It could be a submission. I just know how I got to feel when I get out there. If that feeling's on, it's over for him.
Anthony, thank you so much for the time today, and the best of luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Steven, thank you.
Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it.
All right, bye now.
Bye-bye. And that was the reigning UFC lightweight champion of the world, Anthony Showtime Pettis. He will defend in the main event of this Saturday's UFC 185 against Rafael Dos Anjos. Very interesting thoughts from the lightweight champion of the world. The article with Anthony will be up later this week on sportingnews.com. This is Steven Mielhausen, and I'll talk to you.